Greetings, I am Amy and welcome not to Doki Doki Literature Club, but to Doki Doki Rainclouds, a Doki Doki Literature Club mod that's supposed to be out of Sayori's point of view in Act 1. I read somewhere online that it's written by Paul Chartres. I hope I didn't butcher the name, if so then I'm sorry. And I've been contemplating whether or not I want to play the mod on YouTube. Not because of any concerns towards YouTube or because of mental concerns, because I know I play this on days where I can handle it, but simply because I have played it before. I have played it in 2018 or 2019. Or 2019. I don't remember exactly which year. It depends also when the game, when the mod, I'll call it a game right now, was published. And I wasn't really sure if I should play it online due to that, because I wasn't sure if people would be interested in seeing it since I've played it before and I remember a few things. However, since I don't remember everything, for example, I tried to remember anything about Yuri, but I couldn't. I'm pretty sure the MC also goes the Natsuki route. If that's always the case, at least. And that's why I decided to play it again, because what I wanted to play in the channel was mods that interest me. And obviously this mod already interested me before. And this is the only mod I've ever played before, so I kind of wanted to go into this one before I go into anything really new. What I do remember is I liked one scene with Natsuki, but also a lot of the memories that I have are actually more in the direction of having memories of characters being mischaracterized, and that's why I was also unsure if I should play it, because I know it's a really liked mod, and I do remember it touched me emotionally, but I just felt like especially Monika was out of character. She was too sadistic. I remember quite a bit about Monika here. And there are 3 events or 2 events of Sayori that I think were pretty out of character for her. I remember one very clearly because my friend really doesn't like the mod, and he's a Sayori lover, and he's very sensitive to people not picking up on specific things about her. So he always brings it up when we talk about mods, that this scene exists. But you know, maybe I should just play it again, this time film it, so that I can remember whether or not it actually, maybe it actually isn't that, well, saying it's that bad would be mean anyway, but saying that they're just completely mischaracterized the whole time doesn't really sit right with me, because there must be a reason why it's so loved. So, there are probably a lot of things I simply don't remember that were positive, so let's see. I'm a bit very anxious, because I don't want to be too harsh on mods. I think this is the first mod I've also really seen the sprite from the MC sprite, so that's pretty cool. Load game. We have a lot of saves. Neat. I have opened the game before and set it onto full screen. I remember doing that. What's the name of your childhood friend? I have to see if I'm going to constantly be using Sayori's voice. What's the name of your childhood friend, huh? I think I should go, with mods, I'm gonna go with names that I connect with the particular character that the mod is focused around. Like, from books that I write, like characters I've created I connected the characters, or friends that have a connection to the characters or something like that. I hope we go the Natsuki route, otherwise this name doesn't make much sense. It's Ben. Also makes sense with the Sayori shift, because there is one thing I remember. I think there was also a wood scene that I really like. Let's see. Let's see. Get into character. I haven't done the voices in a bit. I have trouble breathing. I feel so numb. I don't want to open my eyes. Not again. Another day for me to wake up for. Another day to live through. Am I even living at this point? What's the point? Things would be so much better if... No, I can't stay strong. For Ben. I've got to go. I've got to. I'm doing this. I slept in my school clothes. I should change them. Whatever, there's no point. I'll just do the same thing tonight. And again tomorrow. And it's late again. Why am I such a failure? Such a lazy failure. I feel a tear rolling down my cheek. And another one. And another. I'm such a loser. Why would anyone ever want to hang out with me? I don't understand how Ben can enjoy spending time with me. Does he only pretend to enjoy my company? Oh, now you're annoying. Looks like he's about to leave. I'll go meet up with him before he forgets about me again. He just left. He forgot about me. Again. Why does it hurt me so much? I shouldn't be upset about this. He doesn't have to bear being with me after all. I slowly take in a deep breath and call out to him. Hey! I need to make sure not to be too loud. Because I know I scream a lot in the main game, so. I wave my arms around, trying to get Ben's attention. It's time for me to wear my mask. I can't let him know. I can't let anyone know. Ben sighs and lets me catch up with him. He looks embarrassed. He's always been my friend, but sometimes I wonder if I'm just a burden to him. Sorry, I need to get adjusted to the side of the sprite for a second there. I overslept again! I got you this time! Maybe but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said like you were thinking about ignoring me. He was going to ignore me. Does he really hate seeing me that much? That's mean, Ben! Well, if people stared you for acting weird, then I don't want him to think we're a couple or something. Acting weird, huh? How am I supposed to act normally when I don't know how, How am I supposed to act normally when I don't how to? Whatever. Fine. Well, you didn't wait for me after all. I guess I'm having you to be mean, even if you want to. I'm speaking a bit faster than the text because I know this line. Maybe I should set the text speed a bit quicker. There's no noise, interesting. Whatever you say, Sayori. I should just stop talking. I'm wasting his time. Cross the street together and make our way to school. There's so many people around us. I feel like they're all looking at me. And Ben just walks in front of me as if nothing's wrong. I can blame him. I wish I should go to the literature club already. It's so much more peaceful in there. If only... maybe. By the way, Ben! Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's what I thought. I want to come with me, if that means I'm being selfish. That's not true! You told me to join the club this year! Did I? Ben is deep in thought. He's probably thinking of a polite way to shut down my play. I was talking about them without you won't let out to socialize. Having discussed before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. I wouldn't be able to stand seeing him unhappy and isolated, like me. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Please don't add more to my hefty daily burden. I'm already starting to keep up with everything else. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. I should be happy right now. Yet why does my smile feel so fake? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! I really hope Ben will come to the literature club. Everything is so calming there. he'll get to meet the other girls too. It's selfish, but I hope he won't leave me behind after meeting them. Give me a second, I just want to make sure I'm recording. Windowed. Okay. I think I'm good. Yep. Ah! Damn it! I'm bad at this! I spent the entire day staring blankly at my papers. I don't remember a single thing that was discussed during class. I'm a bit scared. Ben lied to me. Will he really check out the clubs? I don't want to go and annoy him again, but I'll go and talk to him. I didn't tell him about the club yet, did I? I approach his classroom. As I get ready to enter, I hear him muttering. Clubs. Am I gonna have to come in? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for coming to bother you again. Hello? Sayori? He looks surprised. Thank God he isn't angry. Ben looks around. He seems really lost and confused. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I'm actually insulting him at this point. Who am I to say such things? You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. I just keep acting like he's unhappy to see me. I just want to disappear. I shouldn't have come here. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. It gives me an awfully cold look. Why didn't I think before speaking? Of course you wouldn't agree to come. I'm not even that interesting. Sayori... Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. I just want to bang my head on the floor and scream right now. I'm so worthless. Hoping for him to come. Minu! I feel like there maybe should be more thoughts regarding how she wants to act a bit more silly. I don't know. I've met a lot of different people with mental health struggles and they all think differently, and I'm sure some people with depression probably just feel this way the entire time. Although I do think in Sayori's case it would make more sense for it to be later into the game when her depression really starts getting worse and worse due to Monica. And why do you keep up with this cute attitude? Oh, I should have spoken. I just want to cry, that's it. The Village Club is a nice place, but I think I'm the reason why he doesn't want to join us. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Here I am, making you like an idiot. And just hate me even more. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Why did I say that? How could I ever think, even for a second, that he'd be interested in visiting the club? Don't make promises you can't keep. Ben lets out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Seriously? For a cupcake? I'm trying my best to act nice. But he comes with me because he wants cupcakes? I'm sure Sayori would feel that way. Doesn't even realize how hurtful he's being. I have noticed a lot of people being like, you notice in this mod how bad the MC is. He isn't really being that mean, really. You're very much pressuring him right now, and basically guilt-tripping him to make sure that he's coming to the club in the situation. But yeah, definitely being in Sayori's situation, it would be pretty hurtful. But honestly, the MC isn't really being mean here. Is he even aware of what he's saying? To be honest, Dad, probably not. Yes, let's go. I need to make sure not to speak during emotional moments. I mean, during some, I know I'll probably just wait until the end of the scene, but sometimes I don't really want to chime in, probably. Ben lazily walks toward the clubroom. Every few seconds, he sighs to himself. It's like coming with me is a huge pain for him. He glances at me, his gaze harshly cold. He clearly doesn't enjoy being with me at all. I show my biggest smile and swing open the classroom door. Natsuki, Monika, and Yuri are all peacefully reading at their desks. I already feel a bit better. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Ben glances around the room. Suddenly... Oh, whoops. Ben glances around the room. Suddenly, he doesn't look as angry as before. The girls immediately regroup around him. They're always so curious. I give everyone a slight smile. Monika looks really interested. Oh god, I forgot Yuri's voice. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. So Yuri always says nice things about you. Ben doesn't seem to care about the last part of Yuri's statement. Well, Sayori probably does feel that way, but sometimes I just feel like they're trying to make the MC seem more mean than necessary. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I lower my head in preparation to apologize, but Monika speaks before I get the chance. Ah, Ben! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club! Ben doesn't seem as miserable as before. He looks at the girls and chuckles a bit. Why does it sting so much? Does he already appreciate them that much? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Why is she acting this way? I didn't do anything wrong. This is unfair. Feeling not even needed. I'm just like a bystander in the scene. I'm used to it. Natsuki. I don't want Ben to be annoyed by Natsuki's behavior. He already has to bear with mine. I approach him and quietly whisper in his ear. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I like that they put the whisper beforehand. I like in the original. Why just say that? It doesn't seem like you understood me. What will it take to make him seem even a little bit interested when I'm talking? I always question myself, but does he even care? Yeah, I feel like they're just making the MC look stand there worse than it needs to be. I can understand that Sayori is probably it's probably to represent Sayori's depression, but from what I noticed from my seasonal depression, I don't feel that way, definitely not on the good days. And Sayori's depression isn't amplified yet, so I feel like this immense overthinking would make more... Oh god, I'm speaking too loud again. This immense overthinking would make more sense later on in the game. I don't know. I hope I'm not being too critical of it. Maybe it's still just remembering my friend and how much she struggles with the mod. I remember, I will point out the scenes that I like for sure. Right now I'm just a bit overwhelmed with the way the MC is represented here. They use a lot of Sayori's hair to edit his hair, like these little strings over here and this down here. Even this I think is from Sayori's hair. Interesting. I need to relax. This is the Literature Club after all. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smallest in the club. Don't say things like that. Ben looks over at Yuri. I listen to them from afar. It's not like they need me anyway. I sit down at the table and watch everyone talk amongst each other. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Ben shyly waves his hand. Why is he acting so sweet now? Looks like Monika knew him already. Did they know each other before? Hey, it sounds like you know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Ben. You too, Monika. It's one of the earliest mods. If not it's one of the first mods, right? Because I do know a few parts of other mods and the animation seems a bit different there. But I mean, I have never modded before, I'm not one to judge. The smile seems so genuine. So heartwarming, of course. But why don't I ever get that smile too? They're making the MC worse, really. I can't just let him stand there blankly after this interaction with Monika. Come sit down, Ben! We've moved the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes! Please, Ben. Come sit next to me. Please. Hey! I made them! I'll get them! They also changed like the sprites. They look different compared to the original. I kind of think that's a bit of a nice touch actually, because it could be what Sayori sees, while the MC sees the expression slightly differently. I actually kind of like that. Sorry, I got too excited. I think that was a good idea. She made the cupcakes. I have no idea to do that. I'm just dumb. Then, oh, but it makes sense to you as well. And I can't even do anything useful. Ben walks towards our table, looking around. He seems more interested. I'm pretty sure Maya's the one who caught his attention. I probably just go and sit next to her. Sayori doesn't ever really seem to worry about Monika at the beginning. She seems to think more that he is interested in Yuri in the main game. In the original. Main game because of the side stories, I'm still there. He smiles at me. My heart throbs. And he decides to sit next to me. Why did he choose me? There was a seat next to Monika, right? I should stop overthinking this. This is killing me. Before I get some more time to think, Natsuki proudly approaches with her cupcake tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki's the fourth to try and develop a dozen white fluffy cupcakes. They're going to look like little cats. She's so amazing. She does so many things. I wish I could be as cool as her. So cute! I had no idea to get it baking, Natsuki. Well, you know what. Just hurry and take one. I don't want to eat. I'm not even hungry. But I need to keep up this happy persona. Huh? Okay. Oh, right. I remember this. There was like this entire plot about her not being hungry in this mod. That's something that my friend criticized too. Because it's more like headcanoning that she it's more goes into headcanoning. The only sign that Zero ever gives that she doesn't want to eat is like on the weekend, and she states like this, why eat? But the problem is she says that also between why go to school, and she does it even if late, and why make friends, which she is very interested in, especially at the beginning. And besides, the why eat could still be referencing the fact that her depression is worse, so it could make sense that she goes from eating more to eat her emotions away, because that's what my friends and I think makes a lot of sense, to eating less and less. One of my friends also thinks that she brings it up because she eats a lot, but that's probably a lot of more like personal feelings entering the picture, because he eats his emotions away, and he also always feels like, why am I even doing this? I'm just wasting food. I feel like it's simply more of a thing about interpretation. My friends and I have definitely caught on to a lot of things that are referencing more that she eats her emotions, like she eats to not think about emotions and all of that. Because there are a lot of depressed people who do that too, and we always, especially due to some of her actions, due to the Dear Sunshine poem, for example, as well, it seems more like she eats a lot to eat her emotions. And there's only this one hint that she might not like eating, so compared to that and this one line of why eat, it just seems to us that there is more evidence towards her eating her emotions away. There's also a lot of that about in the side stories, which is why we are so set on it, because she really seems to be showing signs that she in fact enjoys eating, and eats like her emotions probably. But that would be unfair to put in a mod which, like I said, is probably one of the first mods, so it makes sense that the creator didn't know like the existence of the side stories because they weren't out then. But I don't know when the mod was made, but there was already promotional art, I think, or like art that was made later on that shows that Sayori does in fact like food, or at least compared to in art. Sorry, my chair is very bad. There was like art with the characters that also show already spoilers of like their actual signs, although it's only slightly hinted at, and even there she's like a foodie person. So I'm also leaning more in the direction of she probably eats a lot and she eats her emotions away. So I hope that doesn't bother me throughout the mod, because I can see that the why eat probably, especially to because I do know also depressed people who don't eat, or don't like to eat, or hardly eat at all. So it makes sense that some people would also interpret it that way. It's more about headcanoning, or like theorizing, or what part you analyze more. Like this why eat, you analyze that, or like the hints of like in the Dear Sunshine poem, or in the moments where she does bring up food, or in the side stories. But like I said, that would be unfair to compare here.
I'm the first to grab a cupcake, followed by Monica, and then Ben. It's delicious! It's too sweet for my likings. It doesn't taste bad, obviously, but...
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense. I'm pretty sure Sayori, especially since sweet stuff like chocolate release a lot of endorphins, that sweet stuff would be probably what she likes the most, even if she doesn't like to eat a lot.
I'm not enjoying it. Ben is still looking at the cupcake. Does he want to taste it?
Depressed people, I mean, when they're the lowest, probably not, but on some days where it's a bit better, especially if they are in a healing process, which Sayori isn't, but they can not necessarily be very happy in a sense of neurotypical people, but they can enjoy things to a certain degree, at least if they're in a better state already. If they're like at their lowest, which I think would make more sense again in this mod if it was later on, then probably not, no. I already need a drink.
Nels keeps glancing at him. Looks like she doesn't hate him as much as she pretends to. After all, Ben decides to take a bite.
This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like Natsuki should learn how to appreciate compliments. Doesn't she realize it can hurt people when she when she brushes off compliments like that? Made them for you. Anything.
I thought you technically did.
Sayori said, well...
Oh, I was already back in the original, sorry.
He's right. I said it. This is all my fault. Well, maybe. But not for... You know. Yo! Dummy.
Alright.
I quietly sigh. I wish I got compliments like those. No, now's not the time to act selfish. I've got to enjoy this moment. If Ben is having a good time, then I'm having a good time. Then I'm having a good time. You're done with the tea. She puts the set on the table and serves some tea for everyone.
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, does a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
You're so mature, but looks captivated and a bit intimidated. It's rare to see him acting like that.
I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not...
That wasn't called for. Yuri looks away, clearly hurt by Monica's comment. Which says it did in the first place. It's not like there's bad blood between them or something.
I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I can see Ben carefully chooses his words. This is irritating. I'm not angry, but it just hurts.
I feel like Sayo would understand to a certain degree that it might be because they're closer. He does start teasing her more throughout her round as well, so... And given the fact that she does make sometimes mistakes, but she is pretty emotionally intelligent, so I feel like she could catch up on why he would choose carefully with someone who is clearly shy. I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles. I'd give anything for Ben to try making me smile this way.
Well, he kinda does. It's probably just... You're not in a good state, I know, I'm sorry.
God, I keep thinking about this. Why is it so depressing? I should try having more happy thoughts.
I feel like at the beginning Sayori probably was still very optimistic and stuff, and it just went downhill with Monica's tampering. She obviously was still depressed, so she obviously wasn't the whole time like,
oh my god, isn't this great?
But I feel like it would make more sense to have her a bit more, not completely down in the depths already.
These negative thoughts keep popping up in my head. I can't control them.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
Ben is at a loss for words. I wonder what he's gonna say.
Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
So he lied. Why does he do that? Is he really trying to get the girl's attention that much?
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I don't know Monica's voice right now. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
I don't recall hearing Ben saying he joined the club, though. I know he usually acts. He's just acting nice for now.
Sayori does seem until the point where he brings up to really be already on the side that he probably will join, so...
Well, I do appreciate him so much, then. Oh god, I must stop thinking about this.
Stop! Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decide to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs.
He's not wrong. Monica is such an amazing student. I think that's why the club is such a welcoming place. I love it.
Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand up the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then fulfilling their dream.
If only she knew how right she is. Not only did she make me enjoy literature, but she made a place I can enjoy, even if my enjoyment is just minuscule.
And I feel like that should be brought up a bit more. She also really enjoys spending time around the MC, as presented in the Dear Sunshine poem. So I feel like it should also bring about this feeling at the beginning, at least.
Monica really is a great leader! I didn't mean to say that out loud. It was just a reflex. It seems like Yuri agrees with me, though. She slowly nods.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to have to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we're gonna all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
That was impressive! Just for a moment I forgot about all my sad thoughts. The speech was really uplifting. I really admire her. Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it!
Feels good to see the entire group smiling and cheering. Ben looks amused. I wonder what he's thinking right now. Does he think we're lame? Maybe he appreciates our motivation. Or perhaps he's just thinking about the other girls.
This is a big misinterpretation, but he really seems at the beginning to, while he does want romantic relationships, the MC shows, at the beginning especially, more of an appreciation for who they, for what they're working for, especially in that scene. And I don't know if Sayori was jealous right at the beginning. So, Ben, what kinds of things do you like to read?
I've never ever seen Ben read. Answering this question is gonna be tough for him.
Well,
he mutters quietly.
Manga.
I know someone who's interested in manga. I glance at Natsuki. She packs her head up for my book, opens her mouth as if she was about to speak, but then decides to stay quiet. I can't blame her. I know how it feels.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. Since it's still, only the main game, I think I'm not really matching my voice to the faces. I usually like to do that, but, I'm kind of still in, like, the original, so...
No, I can't believe this! I had to literally drag him into this club. And just like agreed so quickly to start reading? For Yuri? This is unfair. I'm trying my best. No, that's Ben's choice, not mine. I can't just be that selfish all the time. My thoughts are all scrambled in my brain. I shake my head and keep listening in on Ben's conversation with Yuri.
Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see. He had a soft spot. There's nothing he likes more than reading.
my favorite seiji novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
She keeps talking about her love for books. Oh, she could talk a bit more too. I love literature too. It's such a beautiful way to escape. But you should feel bad when I'm done with a book. When I realize it was all fiction. When I realize life is how it is.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories of deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once.
Yuri totally ignores Ben. I feel sad for him. He's trying his best. Although, I don't think he's ever read any horror books. Is he just trying to impress Yuri?
Maybe for school. I had to read a horror book for school once. It wasn't that horrific compared to the books I read in, like, my spare time. But it was an okay book.
Really?
I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
What a naive conclusion. Does she really think getting people's minds is that easy?
I don't think so. Maybe she's just following the script, or maybe she's just very scatterbrained right now. Because in Act 3 we do see that she knows a lot about like psychological things, so I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Serial horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that? I think it's interesting that oh, okay, so we can't hide the things. It's interesting that he is like constantly in the middle. Although I do think it has like a nice touch with showing how important he is to Sayori. So it makes sense. Although I can't stop looking at this hair and thinking this is taken from Sayori. Oh, what is that?
She's reluctant to speak. It's as if she doesn't dare talk when Ben is around. She's genuinely cute. Never mind.
That's right. You should like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrappaper behind last club meeting. It looked like you're working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud! And give it back! So Natsuki's also a writer, right? Why is everyone so good here? I can't write a single good poem.
She probably does think that way. Fine.
I'm going to have a bit of fun. I'm allowed to enjoy my time here after all. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Put my hands on Natsuki's shoulders. I'm not cute! Ben doesn't seem to care. He's too focused on Natsuki. Why is he acting like I don't exist at all? Is this all I'm worth?
It's probably just Sayori's perception because, of course, when Natsuki is screaming, there is more focus on her. And I also feel like Sayori would feel a bit guilty after Natsuki just yelled at her for, once again narrowing Natsuki down to just being cute because that's like a huge gripe for her, and Sayori does in fact add quite a bit to it, even if unintentionally. Definitely intentional. And I feel like if we're already going completely depression right at the beginning, let's go all out. Natsuki, write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I'm just here, watching him talk. Maybe Ben decided to ignore me. That'd be better for his health. It must be boring to stay with me. And here I am, thinking about the same things, again and again.
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No! She looks away. Doesn't she see an opportunity to show how talented she is? I don't think people realize all the lost occasions they had. You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
I wish I could write about what I feel. But how am I supposed to explain something I can't understand myself? How about I become as good as Natsuki one day? Her poems may be cute, but she's always so expressive when she's writing.
They've never shared poems before, so I don't think Sayori would really know. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
She's so shy. I know how great her writing skills are. I don't think Ben would dislike her poems.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I want to read everyone's poems. Everybody looks at me, yet no one says a word. There's an awkward silence. We're all sitting at the table. Is it my fault? Did I say something wrong? Monica decides to break the silence. I wish I were brave enough to do that.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki,
you look surprised. I'm afraid I already know what Monica's going to say.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
I don't want to do this. I'm going to fail. Again. Ben will hate me even more. I know I should never think this, but I know I'll be able to do this well. Still, I've got to act confident. For their sake.
I feel Sayori would be up for it. Was up for it right at the beginning simply because it's a good opportunity to share with the others too. And it seems like she has been writing poems before in the original, although she hasn't really shared them before. She probably does think she's a bad writer, but she probably would be up for it right at the beginning, I think.
I try breaking the awkwardness.
Yeah, let's do it!
I feel so awkward. I'm the only enthusiastic one, but nobody looks cheered up.
Plus, now that I even remember, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and enjoying the fun of the club. Isn't that right, Ben?
She gives Ben a big smile. Of course he can resist.
Oh, wait, he's all centered. Oops. Well, it makes sense, still. Although he does look a bit out of space, but whatever. Hold on. There is still one problem.
Huh? What's that? I knew it. I'm certain he's gonna find an excuse to not join us. Mostly because I'm already in the club.
I never said I would join this club. Sam have convinced to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have the clubs to look at and...
Has Press managed to cry? Why? Why is he so hurtful and trying my best to make him a bit happier?
He isn't being hurtful right now. He isn't being hurtful right now. Sorry, I just need to say that.
I'm not the only disappointed one, it seems. The other girls all look sad. Ben stares at us for a few seconds. He barely looks at me.
He does join mostly because of Sayori. Noticeable in Act 2 when they need the extra push of the fact that they wouldn't be able to form a club without him. Otherwise, he didn't seem touched by their guilt tripping until that part where they brought that up, so... I feel like it would make sense for him to look at Sayori too. Although I don't know if they're just trying to represent Sayori's thoughts, if they really just want to represent him being neglective of Sayori. It's a bit difficult to really pinpoint that. Is pinpoint even a good word? I use it very frequently, I don't know. But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Then...
You all...
With a bit of thought, he lets out a long sigh. I cross my fingers behind my back, even if he doesn't care about me. Please, just let him stay with us.
Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club.
Without even thinking, I've wrapped my arms around Ben. I wish I could stay like that for a bit longer. Yes! I'm so happy!
Hey!
I don't know what was this feeling. I don't know what was this feeling I just had. Was it happiness? Ben makes me feel weird things. Maybe we can bring him to stop hating me after all. Maybe the literature club will change me for the best. Maybe.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. She glances at Ben.
She glances at Ben. I look at them too, smiling, but they only notice it's Monica.
Ben, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah.
Everyone is happily chatting amongst themselves. I want to join in, but I just can't find anything to say.
I'm pretty sure she was chatting at the beginning too, probably, right? Maybe I'm just interpreting a bit into that at this point.
Ben looks like he's thinking. Is he thinking about a poem? I wish I could see what's in his head. I wish I could know how to make him appreciate my company. I can't really complain though. He finally joined the literature club. He really is a great person. Would it bother him if... Hey Ben! Since we're here, do you want to come together? He hesitates for a moment. I shouldn't have asked. I'm sure I can try showing him I'm still his good old friend, old Sayori. I remiss the times when we would walk around holding hands. We were just innocent kids.
Sure, might as well.
Might as well? Or does every single word he says hurt me? Yay! Ben hasn't said a word since we left the school. It looks like he's thinking about something. I appreciate the fact that he joined the club, but did you join for my friends or for the club itself?
He joined because he guilt-tripped him.
I know the answer. He smiles slightly. Is he thinking about Monica?
I mean, he was thinking about all of them, but... I feel like for Sayori it would really make more sense to think of Yuri, because Monica isn't an option in the game, so I feel like even if they have like their lives outside of the club, then it would make sense for the game to have this influence over them, and that Sayori would also think of Natsuki and Yuri, that he likes Natsuki and Yuri more than Monica.
Ben?
What is it?
Thank you for joining the club!
Oh, no problem. It looks really interesting, and your friends look nice too.
Is he doing this on purpose?
Definitely not.
Well, I'll let you work on your poem. See you tomorrow!
Yeah, see you.
He opens his front door and disappears into his house. I sigh. It's exhausting and happy and cute all day long. But I feel like Ben took a step forward today. I just want to sleep.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
I didn't even bother with the light. I lie down on the sofa and look at the ceiling. A poem. I wish I could find something to write, but no ideas come to mind. I feel like maybe I can make something pretty decent. What would Ben like?
Oh. I'm gonna... Oh. I'm assuming these are autosaves. Oh, wait. Is this from my first playthrough that I've ever played? Wait, no. Automatic saves, wait. What's the... 2019, August 13th. At least I know now when I first played. Well, I can override the saves here. They're not any choices. So, I want to go through all of the choice because I'm pretty sure the end result won't matter too much. So let's just go with something true at the beginning.
I'll just work on it for a bit and see what I can come up with. I sit at my desk and grab a pen and a sheet of paper. I can do this! There are people who are more depressed than I am! I can't be done all the time!
Yeah, that's probably a thought she has.
Ben wouldn't want a sad, pathetic failure. I'll write an amazing poem. I'm not sure if I can fully believe in what I'm saying, but I start writing anyway.
I like the music. And I like that it's piano because it feels a bit meta.
I felt some kind of inspiration while I was writing. I wasted a good amount of paper, but I think I'm done.
I wanted to see the papers on the floor.
I read my poem again. Hiding the hurt. Hiding. Hiding the hurt. Hiding the pain. Hiding the fears. I feel like that fall. Hiding. Oh god.
I'll start again.
Hiding the hurt. Hiding the pain. Hiding the fear.
Oh my god.
Hiding the tears that fall like rain. Saying I'm fine. What's wrong with me? I am anything but This ache in my soul rips at my gut. My skin is on fire. I burn from within. The calm on my face is an ongoing sin. The world must stay out. I've built up a wall. A fragile lie will collapse should it ever fall. Loneliness consumes me. It eats away the years until my life is swallowed by unending tears. Waiting for someone to see I wear a mask. I care enough to remove it. Is that too much to ask? And care enough to remove it. Is that too much to ask?
Ah! Oh, I didn't click anything. Okay, so I'll just give my opinion on the poem like that. Sayori in the original game has a very specific rhythm in the first two poems, and it's even there a little bit in the percentage poem, which is why it makes me wonder if it's possibly was in fact written by her. I just wouldn't understand the percentage then, because even all three of these poems have a specific rhythm to it that Sayori keeps up, and it didn't have that. But you know what? That's a very minute problem, because I don't think I would be able to really fit her rhythm as well, because it's very difficult for me to write rhythm in general. I do think they should have made it a bit more bittersweet, even if it's supposed to be like a true poem, because even Bottles has like a bittersweet feel to it, and it lacked a little bit there. So it really does like bittersweet things, so I think it would make sense for her to have tried that too.
No, this is just bad! You'll hate me. Who would want such a sad person in their life? Of course it's awfully bad. Why do you believe I could do it in the first place? Before I know it, I've torn the poem apart. I have to bite my own hand to suppress my tears. Why do I feel this way? Why does they keep ignoring me? Am I such a horrible person? I'm thinking out loud. I'm just stupid. For a brief moment, I think about something wrong. No. Why does it hurt so much to stay quiet? I want to scream. If only Ben could be here right now. If he saw my pain, would he help me? Would he regret acting this way? He'd feel sad. He'd feel regret. I can't tell him. That'd only make him sad. Such a burden. I'm a liar. I'm a horrible liar. I throw the little bits of poem in my bin. Take a deep breath. I do like this scene. I try reading a cute poem. The club is used to it after all.
Okay, so let's save here. And let's load the game and see what the other options are before I continue with the next scene, because there's already nothing.
I'll just work on it for a bit and see what I can come up with. I sit at my desk and grab a pen and a sheet of paper. I can do that.
Oh. Okay, if I skip... the poem is open.
I come with no wrapping or pretty pink bows. I am who I am, from my head to my toes. I tend to get loud when speaking my mind, even a little crazy some of the time. I'm not a size 5, and I don't care to be. You can be you, and I can be me. I try to stay strong when my pain knocks me down, and the times that I cry are when no one's around. To err is human, or so that's what they say. Tell me who's perfect, anyway.
Once again, I feel like it's not real. It feels like it's missing a bit of the rhythm that she likes to give her poems, and the she likes to work with a specific set of paragraphs, always with like 4. Aside from when she wants to make like a point with the
if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad,
and of course the I want breakfast is probably also there for silliness to a certain degree. Oh. Okay.
No, this is just bad. This is a horrible lie. Hiding sadness is a thing. But of playing my own happiness? This is horrible. I am horrible. Of course it's awfully bad, but...
Oh, Okay, it skipped more than I wanted. Let's try to do something funny.
They put me in an oven to bake. Me, a deprived and miserable cake. Feeling the hot heat, I started to bubble. Watching the others, I knew I was in trouble. They opened the door, and I started my life. Frosting me with a silver knife. Decorating me with candy jewels. And the rest of my batch looked like fools. Lifting me up, she took off my wrapper. Feeling the breeze, I wanted to slap her. Opening her mouth with shiny teeth inside. This was the day this cupcake died.
Same criticism as before, but this one I feel like had a bit more metaphors to like the silver knife and Natsuki with her cupcakes and Monica eating her. So I feel like this is actually a good poem. I do like the poems. They're very well written. But I feel like from this, I've noticed from the simplicity, it might actually be a bit more Natsuki style. I'm noticing, which isn't bad because honestly, I suck at writing in Natsuki style. So you know what? I still like the poems. I feel like Sayori would still hide the truth even in like these poems a bit more.
Who do you think I am? I'm just going to make it awkward for everyone. I shouldn't have tried writing. Of course it's awfully bad. Why do you believe I could do it in the first place? Before I know they've torn the poem apart.
Okay. And let's go to something cute. Okay.
Green is so important because we see it all around. It's up very high on the trees and the grass that is on the ground. Green is the color of the plants that grow in the south. It's also the color of a Brussels sprout that I refuse to put in my mouth. Green is on a traffic light, and the cars can go. And when the cars can go, all the green disappears when it starts to snow.
Aside from the traffic light, it's written a bit differently with a lack of periods and stuff. Interesting. I don't know if I would necessarily call it cute, but I do like it. But it feels once again a bit very simple. Although Sayoris aren't that complex either.
I'm not like Natsuki.
To me it felt like Natsuki. If you want to write like Natsuki, you did a good job.
I'm just faking my cuteness. Why would I write something like that?
Okay, and we're back. So let's go to where I'm going to keep it with the true.
I put it in my bag. I put it in my bag. It'll have to do. I lay down my bed as usual. I remember the happy times I had back then with Ben.
I want to hear more about the Dear Sunshine poem because it had a lot of meaning, and I remember. I don't know if the creator noticed how much effort Sayori put into the meaning in the poem, and I remember that my friend was really bothered by that.
I wish I could be happy again. If only I could go back in time. I can't even say why I want to. Family feels like a mess. My vision gets blurry. Am I crying? I've got to stay strong. I can do this. I know I can.
I'll go with Monica like noise. Sayori, do you really think things are that easy? Think about it. Why do you think Ben hates you that much? That's because you're useless. You're a burden. Can you find one positive thing about yourself?
I want to scream. What is this? Where am I?
You're so hopeless. Ben doesn't care about you. Isn't it clear? Why do you hold on to that hope? You deserve to suffer. You deserve to see him happy without you. You deserve to be alone. You deserve.
Enough! Enough! Please. I can't breathe. I'm sobbing uncontrollably. Everything feels so strange around me. No, please. I can't
stand it anymore. Those bad dreams. Here already, I feel like Monica was already being too sadistic, especially if you deserve to suffer, because Monica wanted to push Sayori away, so it does make sense for her to make Sayori feel like a burden, but I don't know if she wanted to make Sayori feel like she deserved to suffer. Probably to... So that she definitely wanted to make Sayori feel like a burden to the MC, but already with the you should suffer already feels a bit too overboard. And I stand on my theory that Sayori only started Monica only started manipulating Sayori's file. Not this day yet, this day that started, but the following day, on Thursday, because it's that day where it starts going south, and it's the following days where her behavior is really impacted Sayori's. My pillow is drenched with tears. I want to vomit. My mind is making me suffer. I'm the one saying those horrible things to myself. I can't stop tears from falling. I said I'd stop crying. But who wouldn't break down after such a dream? Ben, please. I tightly hug one of my plushies. I've done that since I was little. My sobbing starts, but I can't think clearly. I need some fresh air. I open the window for a bit and I peek outside. Ben is already gone. I remember the dream. What's happening to me is my fault. I deserve it. I stare at my Ben. I can still see the bits of the poem I wrote yesterday. Why did I get so happy about Ben joining the club anyway? He only joined it for the other girls. I have nothing to do with it. I live in my head. I'm ashamed of myself. I notice I've slept in my school uniform again. I don't feel like changing them, but I know I have to. I don't want anyone to ask questions.